Welcome to the finale of the Digital Mole Carnival. We did take a small break from digital reality games, but this season was a great return. Tonight, our finalists face their last challenge and a final 20-question quiz. One will win, one will lose, and one is the mole. Last time, the players were beyond successful in the target practice trivia challenge. The final four popped all 5 category balloons, earning $20 for the group pot, and added a $5 bonus by answering 5 of the leftover questions that we didn't use. This brought their total to $198. Currently, the mole has only stolen $61 from the group winnings. Will the players break 200 tonight? It's only $2, so we hope so. The semifinalists took their 9th quiz, and with the lowest score, it was sad to see Erica as the 10th victim of the mole. But here is her execution video.
Huge, absolutely huge.
It was said she would never be seen again. It was absolutely huge. This video was brought to you in part by the Child Labor Association of the Silloway household. Not only were we forced to do this, but we had fun doing it. And that's what counts.
Pretty good. Brilliant.
I think that Erica enlisted her kids in order to make that lovely video. But I thought that was a fun little twist. Our finalists are Brian, Jeff, and Kevin. But who is the mole? Tonight, we will welcome back our executed players in just a little while and hear their thoughts about the mole before revealing his true identity. But first, some questions for you guys. Now that you played all of the challenges but tonight's, which was your ultimate favorite and why? I know you already answered this a little bit, but like, which one was the best of the whole game and why? And first is Jeff.
Why am I first when I have to think about it? I think my favorite one, now that looking at it, last night I picked a different one, but I had a little time to reflect on it. I think my favorite one was building the fort.
Awesome.
Under the big top, is that called?
Yes, yeah. Why was that? Just because?
It was just kind of fun to, look around my house, see what I had, see what I, with the hint you gave us to make it sturdy, trying to think about how can I do that, but still be quick and make the time limit. And I didn't know what it meant by make it sturdy, but I was able to work it out pretty well. And getting to sit under in my little fort with my kitties was a lot of fun. So that was my favorite.
Awesome. Kevin.
I really enjoyed the Sounds of the Midway one because it was so like off the wall and well done, well created that it's like, trying to listen to those things, trying to find the song in there, like Toxic. That was kind of funny just hearing that all of a sudden in the back, like really obscure. Like that was fun. That was my favorite one. Again,
let's do a little shout out to Scott Horsington for making that one because that was pretty intense. Lots going on there. Some of them were really, really hard to hear, but it definitely made me laugh a little bit. So I really liked that one too. And Brian, how about you?
I will reiterate, shout out to Scott. Definitely the music one. Like okay. I've rewatched that episode probably about 6 times right now. I still can't hear shit. but I can hear the top, but I still can't hear the bottom. Shout out, Scott. Awesome job.
He definitely took some time on that, so I appreciated his help there. All I did was say, here's a list of songs and what I'd like you to do with it. Yes, but he is the musician, like, I mean, he has all the programs to do that stuff. So your second question is, which one was your least favorite and why? Which challenge was your least favorite? And I'm shuffling it up, so who knows if it's going to be the same order. Sorry if it is. Jeff.
My least favorite is still ghosting. I have a really tough time with visual stuff like that. I am not good at that. I mean, it was still fun. I just wasn't good at it, so I didn't like it.
Hey, I think we all probably can relate to that. All right, and Brian, you're up next.
What was the name of this season's food challenge? The one like where we had to pick things?
Yeah, it was called Carnivore.
Carnivore. I will never pick all liquids ever again. Because that was the worst at like 1:30 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. That one. Never pick all liquids. If you have a choice, anyone who ever plays this again, never pick all liquids. Ever.
I played a Survivor game, and the only immunity I won was with liquid. Like, I drank the liquids to fastest, and I picked all the liquids. But yeah,
Don't.
But
ever.
You had like
unless you're playing Survivor, don't ever pick all liquids.
But you had like cups of it. I had like a cup of it. So.
Oh yeah, don't. That was the worst one.
All right, and Kevin.
I think my least favorite was the chain link fence, only because we were all kind of we'd get stuck, and it just felt like we were all off. That was the one challenge I felt like we were kind of not on sync, like in sync at all. It's like most of the other challenges we've done pretty well as a group, but that one we were just kind of, and you were nice to us on that one. So
it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
That one is hard to do on the fly. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Our next question is, who is your absolute favorite executed player and why? They always like to get a shout out. So, but who is your absolute favorite and why? And up first is Kevin.
I think my absolute favorite is Andrew, because he has such a like positive vibe that, he keeps, everything going, and he's always so into the games that he does a good job, and he's just always so positive. So I'll give him a shout out in this finale.
Awesome. And Brian.
Can I give two?
You can give two.
One to Hugh. Sorry again that I said you were going to be executed on the night you got executed. But two, Margot also, because she's a Disney nerd as well. And we had a great time chatting about Disney. So Hugh and Margot. Hugh, sorry. Margot, love Disney too.
Awesome. And Jeff.
I have to go with Kyle. I mean, I'm going to marry the guy, so he's got to be my favorite.
What?
Good
You're
choice.
kidding. All right. Last question for you before we get to our challenge tonight is, if someone was considering playing one of my games, what would you tell them? To either convince or not, hopefully to convince. And up first is Brian.
Do it 100%. Just do it. You might think about it, but just do it. It's so much fun. You get to meet so many new people that you may never even cross paths with. Just do it, and you'll never regret it, and you'll keep coming back.
Awesome. Thank you. Kevin?
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Like before this, I've met so many different people, like of different, like I'm very different than a lot of the people that are here. Like a lot of the people are like theater people, and I don't, other than a couple of the people that got that I know that are kind of friends of Matt, and then I met Matt, and then I played a game. And you know, you meet all these different types of people, and you play all these cool games, and you do different things that you would never, like in an in-person game. I had to hitchhike in the mall, so that was fun. I had an elderly man who didn't really understand what I was talking about help me out. So you never know
It's
what
a
you're
whole
going to get.
different world.
Yeah.
I mean, people should play the games in person too, but the online ones allow for a lot more people from, I mean, like Ryan's in Florida and able to play this game. And but yeah, the challenges are a little different. But what do you think, Jeff?
Oh, I already have recommended it to people. Shout out to Chelsea, who won the first time she played one of your games. That was cool. And Rachel as well. Rachel and I worked together way back in the day at the Mets, and she lives all the way down in Long Island, so I don't really get to see her that often, but she was my bestie at work. And so it's fun to be able to play with people that maybe you don't get to see on a regular basis and talk to. So
Definitely. It has been awesome to be able to do this all throughout the whole year, because we don't normally do it unless we're doing it in the summertime. And since COVID, we were able to have all these online experiences, which is awesome. So also, I think Chelsea actually wanted to play, but she couldn't fit the time this time.
oh, bummer.
She almost was a part of this game too, but another one soon, I'm sure. All right, are you ready for your challenge? It is the final challenge. It is called Special Feature. All right, and listen to the instructions, and if you have questions, we'll go through those as necessary. All right. Players will be given 20 minutes for this challenge. On go, the players must record themselves performing an original rap. The rap should be about this game and the executed players. Players must incorporate the following line in the middle of their rap somewhere. DM Matt Main, tell him that you love my rap. The rest of the rap can be as creative as you like. They must then post this video on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram to get people to message me, only using that message that's in the middle of their rap, okay? Players cannot tell anyone to view their performance. So you can't text people and tell them, go and watch this and then text Matt. You can't do that. You can also not talk to the executed players about this. Players must just sit and watch as the responses come in, as I get messages from people if they've direct messaged me about how they love the rap. Responses or messages from executed players will not count toward the player's final score. Please adhere to this rule, as it is the challenge to get people to listen and respond without you telling them to do so beyond what is in your rap. Also, in that 20 minutes, I'm going to share with you a Google form, and if you could, upload your video to it so I can share it with our viewers at home. At the end of the 20 minutes, I will count up the messages that I have received. If the total amount of messages equals over 20, the group will win $20. If they earn over 15 messages, but less than 20, they'll receive 15. And the other 5 will go to the mole. If they receive over 10 messages, but under 15, they'll receive $10, and $10 will go to the mole. And if they receive over 5 messages, but under 10 messages, they'll receive $5, and the other 15 will be given to the mole. If you get less than 5 messages sent to me, then the mole gets all $20. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes. Is there a length that this needs to be?
It should include the executed players, okay? And you can say whatever else you'd like, so you could take your time, but it cannot just be the sentence, direct message Matt Main and tell him how much you love my video. There has to be other things that has to be in the middle of it somewhere. So you can't just put one word before it, one word after, because that would be kind of boring. So the idea here is to come up with maybe you could do 30 seconds to 45 seconds of a rap, maybe. Somewhere in the middle of there, you want to put in direct message Matt Main if you really like my rap. Okay. And the goal is to get as many tallies as you can. Every time someone does actually text me, I'm going to put a tally mark to count it up as we go. Okay, Brian. Oh, you're on mute.
My computer just notified me of that too. One, do we have to acknowledge every executed player?
So you do not have to acknowledge everyone, but use them in the wrap of
Okay.
sorts. So
And
several, and then you might say a couple, and then you might just refer to all the rest.
okay. And two, do you provide the sick beat, or do we find like a karaoke version, or you
can find a karaoke.
Okay.
It can be a cappella. It could be with a
okay.
sick beat. It could be anything really.
Okay.
But
I didn't know if we needed a background noise or
you create what you'd like.
we're just 8 Mile in it.
Yep.
Got
and
it.
Kevin, you have any questions?
I think that was like you just mentioned a few of the executed players, and the message is direct message Matt Main if you really like my rap or something like that.
Yes. Now, here's the deal. If you are posting this, you can post it at all three places if you have all three places to post. Okay. But direct message is really Facebook, like the messenger. So if you want to add in their direct message Matt Main on Facebook Messenger, that would make it very clear that they know that they should send it to me there, because not everyone has my cell phone. And you don't need to provide like an Instagram handle or anything like that. So it's just to get people to get to that messenger in Facebook. So if you want to add that in there, you can add that so that it's very clear to send me a message there, and I will be reading them as they come through. Okay. Does that make sense, everyone?
Mhm.
Yeah, Jeff.
When you say include executed players, do we have to do it by name, or can we use other attributes of like their age?
You can use other attributes. The idea is it's just about them. So if you want to use their names, use their names. But it's basically just kind of just referring to them, maybe things they did, maybe their executions. It's really just about creative fun. I think that it'll be silly what you come up with. So
Okay.
You're not too restricted. Just make sure that it's all about them. And it could be challenges, because I said it's about the game, but it's about those players.
And I'm sorry, one last question.
Sure.
Oh my God, I totally forgot what it was. My brain is full of factoids.
Crazy, I know.
We have 20 minutes, and I just worry that if I have people that aren't your friends coming through, it's going to get caught up in your message requests, but that's not my problem.
Right. Well, it's fine, because I'll still get the requests.
Okay, cool.
Right. So yeah. So if I get the requests, I'm gonna have my phone here and be watching for those things too. Okay. So here's the thing. It is 20 minutes, including your writing, recording, posting it. So the faster you get it done within maybe the first 10 minutes, then you have more time to get the messages. All right. But it's up to you how much time you take on creating. But if you make it very clear somewhere in there that they have to text me, message me, that's what we're looking for. Okay. And in this time, I'm going to send you a Google form. So once you're done and you posted it, if you can upload it to the Google form, then we can show it to everyone here after the challenge. Okay.
I only have, I think of those things, I think I only have Facebook.
That's fine. That's the reason why, I mean, I don't really use Instagram myself or TikTok. I have Instagram, and I've been kind of posting stuff for the game sometimes, but mostly Facebook. But if you guys have those other things, it could be a nice outlet to get more people to text me through Facebook. Okay. All right. With that, I'm going to start a timer for 20 minutes. All right. I will send the Google form right away after we get started. You guys can leave the screen. And I'm actually going to pause our recording while you're doing this part of it, and we'll restart once everyone has, once the 20 minutes are up. Okay. All right. On your mark, get set, go. Our final three made their videos, posted them to Facebook and other locations perhaps, and I only received 2 messages. One was from Andrew, who said Jeff's was the best. but I'll count it because it was one response, even though he's from this game.
Andrew.
Sorry. And Brian you got a message from Scott telling you you're an idiot. So I'm going to count that too. So that's 2. All right. And I know the rules said that you should get, you won't get anything if you don't get at least 5. But I'm going to push you to that threshold so that we can be over 200. And so you're going to get $5 from this challenge, and the mole's going to get 15 because it is tough. I know. But we're going to watch and see what you did. And maybe I'll just feel like these were so amazing that I have to give you an extra $1 or 2. Let's see. All right, here's Jeff's.
A mole is a rodent with beady little eyes, or a Matt Main game of deception and lies. 14 people, only one can be the mole. We're taking home the money is everybody's goal. We've had teachers, producers, and actors who can dance, students, a nanny, and a guy who loves France. This song is our final challenge. It sure does slap. So Facebook message Matt Main, tell him how you love my rap. What a joyful time this game has been. All that's left for me to do is win.
Yes.
Very good.
That was so
like the
good.
beat. Yeah.
That was really
Jeffrey!
really good. All right.
Thank you.
Let's see here. So that was so good. I'm gonna give you a little $1 bonus for how good it was. So we're doing the $5 because you got 2 messages, 1 extra $1 there. All right, and we'll see. Let's see the next one.
A mole is a rodent.
Kevin's.
Yo, this is the big KLA, and I'm here to say I miss all the executed players. I truly wish they would have been stayers. Andrew, Erica, Rachel, and Hugh, I really miss all of you. Please direct message Matt Main on Facebook if you like this rap. Let him know it's not a bunch of crap. Yeah, this is the big KLA signing off.
There is all my talent there.
Awesome. I'll give you another bonus. That was pretty fantastic too. All right. So $1 more there. So we're at 7. Let's see Brian's rap.
In Western New York, I was born and raised. Message Matt Main now if you like my rap so I'm not feathered in Maine. RIP to the following: Hugh, Margot, Philip, fins up. And now I sit on my throne as the Prince of Orlando.
Who's Philip?
Oh, it's Kyle.
Phillips.
Kyle Phillips.
Who's Philip?
Kyle Phillips.
Oh my God. I know. I got it. You were like a couple of different names and then you're like, and Philip. I was like,
I had it written down.
gotta call it out to the Philip. All right. Another bonus for all 3 got a bonus. So $8. I'm gonna do $8 on the challenge out of the 20, which means that $12 will go to the mole, which means the final winning pot is now at $206. So our winner will win $206 for this game. And the mole is taking away $73 from all the challenges that you lost some money from throughout the game.
And
It
Kyle,
is-
you come down to Miami or Orlando and we'll go to a Dolphins game. Tickets on me because I fucked up your name. Sorry. Hashtag censor this video.
All right. It is now time for our final quiz. Remember, this is a 20-question quiz about the identity of the mole. Questions can come from any part of the game. This will most definitely be a battle to the end here. Good luck to everyone. The finalists just took their last quiz, 20 questions, tough, but this time we're not going to reveal them yet until we've chatted with the other players who are coming with us in just a moment. I'm going to put all of you into the waiting room. In the meantime, you are not able to talk to the other players. So do not talk to the executed players or to really anyone outside that's would be watching, but I don't think that anyone else will. So until we record and post it later. So just keep the chatting with them. Did you already go to the waiting room? It's all good. So here's what's going to happen. When we are done talking with the executed players, I will let you know that we're ready to admit you back into the group, and I will reveal the second place person first, then we'll reveal the mole, and then we'll reveal the winner. So you'll just have to wait a moment with patience. But until then, good luck. We'll see you soon, and you can go in the waiting room now. And actually, I'm just going to do that for you all if you aren't. Okay. All right. In just a second, our executed players will be joining us as we discuss our thoughts about the mole. The three finalists just took their final quiz and are now waiting for the results in the waiting room. It's now time to bring back all of our executed players to see what they think of the game and of our three moley suspects. Welcome back, Mariana.
Hi.
I'm just doing one at a time.
Okay.
Hi, Rachel. How are you? And there's Margot. Hello.
Hey, Matt.
Hey. I'm just letting you all in order. Hi, Kyle.
Hello.
Oh, the god of his fingers. Blech.
And Andrew's coming in too. Hello, Andrew.
Hey.
And here comes Aaron. We are recording right now, so like.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know. Here's Aaron. Hello. And Hugh is not able to be here this evening. So next up is Jesse. Hey, Jesse.
No. Hold on.
Hey. There's Douglas. Hello. Welcome back. And last but not least, hello, Erica. Welcome back, all executed players. Unfortunately, Hugh can't be with us tonight, but he's here in spirit. All right. Welcome back, fallen agents. I'm glad to see you didn't really meet your demise as in your executed videos. Tonight, we will have several exciting secrets to reveal: the winner, the loser, and most importantly, the identity of the mole. For this portion, executed players, please do not text or chat with the three finalists. Keep your phone away. Don't chat with them. All right. As usual, I have some questions for you all. Bringing it back. All right. So ready to answer some questions? All right. So the first question is, what is the best thing about this game? All right. And we'll just go in order. So Mariana, what did you think was the best thing about the game?
Well, for the 2 episodes I was in, I had a lot of fun with the challenges and just like meeting new people. And honestly, I had such a blast making my execution video. Like, that was so much fun. So I didn't mind so much getting killed.
Rachel, how about you?
Sorry, I'm on my phone, so this is a little different for me. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
What was the best thing about the game?
Best thing about the game, just not knowing like what's going on. Also the most frustrating thing about the game, but I think just trying to build bonds with people that you may or may not be familiar with and trying to like suss out who the mole is from the very beginning is kind of to me the best thing.
About Margot.
I would say the challenges are super fun. But yeah, just the trying to figure it out. And the fact that we are here now on the finale night. And I think most of us still have no idea who the mole is. So clearly this game has been a success.
Kyle, how about you?
I would have to also agree and say the challenges. I do personally love the eating challenges, especially when we have to eat disgusting things, but unfortunately we didn't have to do that. Also making my execution video with my little cannonball right here. It's little Rosie as my cannonball.
We used stuffed animals in the game. There were no animals harmed, promise.
I swear she was okay.
Andrew, how about you?
You know me, I'm just jazzed to be playing the game. So really it's the challenges above all, but I did like reconnecting with some people and chatting along the way too.
And Aaron.
I would say it's been a really nice break from work and just like my regular day to day. So, and meeting new people and reconnecting with old people has been really fun.
Perfect. Jesse?
I think just giving the people what they want, which is me, more me all the time. I'm just sorry that they had to be without me for 2 episodes, but I'm back, baby, and I'm gonna give you an audience what they want. Me. And I really like meeting new people.
Douglas?
Jesse, that was the best part of the game. Jesse, which is why I tanked my elimination on purpose because he was no longer in it. No, but in reality, the challenges and actually trying to figure out what the challenges would be based on just like the one-word names from the emails.
This whole game is about figuring everything out. Everything. And Erica.
Boy, did I love this game. But having played this twice, this was my first time entering the evicted players chat. And so I had fun scrolling back to the beginning and seeing what everybody had to say. And I really hope Margot forgives me. And it was nothing personal. And seeing that people truly suspected me, which just surprises me because I feel like I play all out all the time. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I truly am just a social person. So I loved chatting with everybody and getting to know the people I didn't know and chatting with people and, you know, batting ideas back and forth. And then, yes, I'm going to throw Andrew under the bus. He and I both kind of cooked up the scheme together to try to throw some people off by throwing things toward me.
Hey, that's part of the game too, right? You're all suspects at the start, right? Second question is, what is the most challenging thing about playing the mole? And Mariana, what do you think?
Probably understanding it because I was just so clueless. I had no idea how to play it going in. And I'm not surprised I was eliminated first because of that, but it was still fun to be able to watch it like from an audience perspective afterwards.
And Rachel?
Most challenging thing, definitely trying to figure out what's going on and those damn clues. I can't with those. I'm really excited to see what the clues all led to tonight because they just make me bonkers.
Hey, sorry. Maybe not so sorry, but you know, it can't be too obvious. Margot, how about you?
I think just not knowing. And it's like, even from like episode to episode, the way the challenges are structured, the way the agent information card information is used. It's just, yeah, this being my first time playing, I really did not know what to expect. Also, I didn't study, so that didn't help me.
I don't know if everyone studied, to be honest, because sometimes people don't. All right. Let's see. We jumped out of order. Kyle.
The most challenging thing about the game, I would have to say, living with someone else in the game. Because at the very start of the game, we were not working together, and that's really hard to not talk to each other about the game at all, when all you want to do is talk about the game.
Yes, that is probably the biggest challenge for you guys, honestly. Everyone else is alone in their home. All right, Andrew.
I think the hardest thing, and granted, I was less chatty in this game as the last one, but is just not knowing when you're talking to someone and if they're being genuine with you and making genuine connections with you, or if it's really trying to pull the wool over your eyes explicitly.
Aaron.
Andrew kind of said what I was thinking of saying. It's just hard to know who to trust. And I really wanted to like strategize with other people, but I just kept suspecting different people every week. And so it was like, okay, what strategy is going to get me the furthest this week? So that was hard to figure out, like, go all in. That was the tricky part for me.
Jesse.
Oh, the quizzes. You should show the audience one of these quizzes sometimes. Like, he gets crazy in there. He's like, so what's everybody's last name in alphabetical order? And what's that to the square root of the mole's age times how many toes they have? I don't know. Like, just crazy answers and questions and stuff that just, and then you have to try to get it done before everybody else. And you know, if you don't have the green light, you're just, us Spectrum people, we're just screwed. We're just screwed. And if you're out of state, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started.
Sorry about it. Douglas.
For me, it would have to be the during the challenges, if someone was doing poorly, if it was just because if they were just bad at it, or if they were doing it on purpose. Like either doing it on purpose to throw us off, or doing it on purpose because they're the mole. And it was just like, there's like several different things that you have to determine if someone is doing a certain action during a challenge.
Erica.
For me, the hardest thing is figuring out who's the mole. I mean, which is obviously the goal of the game. I still don't know if I was right with who I ended up thinking it was early on. And as I tried to share with some of these people, especially some of the new players, trying to give them advice at the beginning that was given to me last game, is spreading the quiz and going statistically. But I bounced around. I mean, at one point I was sure Douglas was the mole. At one point I was sure Margot was the mole, and Rachel and Jesse. And so like I was going in so many directions that I didn't zone in on who may or may not even have been the right person. I mean, heck, last time I played this game, I made it to the final quiz and I got every question wrong because I had been convinced actually by the mole that she wasn't the mole. So yeah.
All right. So another question for you guys is, which of these finalists, we have three, we have Brian, Jeff, and Kevin, which of the finalists is definitely innocent? What do you think, Mariana?
I'm suspecting the mole is Jeff, and I know a lot of people think that Kevin is the mole, so I'm gonna say Brian.
All right, and Rachel?
So I went all in on Jeff, both quizzes, and obviously that did me no good. So I'm gonna say Jeff is innocent.
All right. Margot?
I'm also going to say that Jeff is innocent only because I never suspected him.
All right. Andrew, what do you think? Actually, Kyle, sorry. Kyle's next. You just got out of order on my screen.
Well, considering that a lot of the clues do point to two people currently still in the game, that's Brian and Jeff, I'm going to say Kevin is innocent.
All right. Andrew?
I think Jeff is innocent.
Aaron?
I think it's Brian. I think Brian's innocent, but who knows at this point?
Jesse?
I'm trusting Rachel. I'm gonna go for Jeff.
Douglas?
I think it's funny that Rachel said that she went all in on Jeff on both the quizzes, because I did for every quiz all in on Jeff, and I got all the way to here. I just want to throw that out there. So I actually think that Kevin might be innocent.
And Erica?
I am going to go with, I feel like it was the consensus here, and say I think Jeff is innocent because I know that Kyle had been telling me what I'm going to believe is honestly that he had been going all in on Jeff. Rachel talked about going all in on Jeff. So I think I'm surprised to hear that from Douglas, but yeah, I think Jeff is the most innocent.
So you have to remember that at many times during this game, people may have been eliminated due to ties. Right? Just thinking, because the way the quizzes work, right? If you tie with someone, the slower one gets kicked out. And that actually did happen several times in the game. But I won't reveal that to you. So you can always just live in, disbelief or whatever. All right, final question, the big question. Who do you think is the mole? Mariana.
I'm saying Jeff purely because that's who I thought it was from the beginning, and I'm too stubborn to change my idea. So.
All right, so one vote for Jeff. Rachel, what do you think?
I really don't know. I'm going to say Brian, just because I've played with him before, and I could see him being the mole.
All right, one Jeff, one Brian. Margot, what do you think?
I still think it's Erica.
Well,
just kidding. I really don't have a suspicion out of the three that are left. I'm just gonna pick one and say Brian.
All right. And Kyle?
My fellow Finns boy, Fins up, I'm saying Brian.
Okay, so that's 3 right now for Brian, 1 for Jeff. And Andrew, what do you think?
I kind of think it's Kevin. I don't have any more to say. I just think it's Kevin.
Okay. All right, and Aaron?
Well, anyone I thought it was is out. So I'm gonna go for Kevin on this one, I think.
All right, so right now we have 1 vote for Jeff, 3 for Brian, 2 for Kevin. Jesse, what do you think?
Well, we're gonna make it 3 for Kevin because I think it's Kevin. It's just been this whole game. He's been really good, and I think he's sneaky enough to do it. I think he's that sneaky little mole.
The hedge mole? Douglas?
Can I say none of them? Can I just say there is no mole?
It's me.
No, but I'll say Jeff for the same reason as Mariana. I'm just too stubborn.
All right.
Always go all in on Jeff.
Currently, we have 3 votes for Kevin, 3 for Brian, 2 for Jeff. And Erica, what do you think?
I don't know if I can tell you what I think, but I can tell you what I hope. And what I hope is that it's Brian. I did suspect Brian. I did my quiz based on Brian, but some of the questions were so hard. I know I got at least 2 wrong for him. And I think I went the slowest last time. So I really want to have been right. And throughout a good portion of the game, I was working with Kevin. So I'm going to be devastated if Kevin is the mole. And my trust was misplaced.
All right, so our total tallies here is Jeff has 2 votes as a possible mole, Brian has 4, and Kevin has 3. And it's about that time to reveal who is our second place runner-up. All right, so I will be admitting the second place player at this time. All right, this person may have done well on the quiz, but fell short. And so then they are becoming the mole's last victim. All right, remember, don't text anyone outside of Zoom. All right, and the person that is the runner-up, the second place player, is Jeff. Jeff, you are our runner-up this game.
Again.
But congratulations on making it this far. Don't reveal your mole suspect yet, but do you have any other final words or things you'd like to say?
It's just been so much fun. Thank you, Matt, for letting me be a part of this. Maybe next time I'll win. I don't know. Maybe second place is my jam. Who knows?
It happens to a lot of people, unfortunately, but maybe you were right about that mole. And I hope that you really had a good time playing. That's the saddest part where I have to let the first person in.
It's all good. Thanks again, Matt.
For sure. So just so you know, Jeff, 2 people in this group just said that you were the mole. So just so you're aware. All right, and now this really is the moment that you are waiting for. The identity of the mole. Is it Kevin or Brian? The mole is Brian. Brian is our mole. Hello, mole.
Hello,
Good
all.
job. Good job. And so you did have a lot of people bamboozled here. Only 4 people out of everyone just guessed that you were the mole. But do you have some words to say to this group?
Really? Only 4? I played every game to my best ability. Every game. I played it all.
So, Jeff, you did know that Brian was the mole.
Oh, it's Jeff. Sorry, Jeff. Sorry,
And,
Jeff.
Just so everyone knows, Brian and I have been in contact this whole time, chatting through every single thing, sometimes sharing answers, sometimes, we can clues that you all love so much together. It has been a nice partnership. It's been great chatting with you as mole, my mole friend. You are the true head mole.
I know. And Kyle, please don't take offense to my rap.
Oh, I don't.
I called you Philip in
Oh, no, it's fine.
hashtag half of your last name, but I said fins up.
I know.
So you already seen it.
I already saw it.
Most fun
I
thing
saw all
about
3 of
mole.
them.
What was the most fun thing about being the mole, Brian?
What?
What was most fun?
It was, I don't want to say, because I really didn't get an opportunity to talk to everyone. I took the back seat, and if people want to reach out, they will. Not like, oh, people are guessing me, so let me reach out. I took it as, oh, if someone reaches out to me, let me use that kind of thing. Like, oh, Erica, you're a great fan of that. Like, oh, Erica just reached out of nowhere kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it was more of, hey, this is awesome. No one has any clue what I am. And I never lied to anyone. If anyone asked if I was the mole, I always said, I don't think Matt would ever trust me with that type of responsibility. I never lied to anyone. Anyone who ever asked me if I was the mole, I always said if Matt would never trust me with that type of responsibility. That's all I ever said. I never lied. I never lied to anyone.
Whatever, you mole. You're the head mole.
I never lied.
But you know what? We've had now 6 different online digital moles, and every one of them has played this slightly differently. So it's been really cool to, when I interact with the mole outside of the game and or in our conversations and things, it's always like a little bit different the dynamic between me and the mole, and so it's always a new game for me too while we're creating and making everything up as we go. But did a great job. Thank you for being my partner in the game. And you, as the mole, stole $73 from the pot. So you get that tonight.
I tried to donate to everything I could to the true winner.
All right.
I'm behind the scenes.
Yeah.
They win it.
So we know now that our winner is Kevin. So when Kevin comes in, let's be real excited about that. What's really exciting too is that Kevin won one of our digital mole games before, and it was a weird situation because it was against Jeff too. So not to throw that in your face, Jeff, but I was like, oh my God, I can't even believe this is happening again. But it's now time to bring our winner in. Here he comes.
Yay!
Congratulations, Kevin. You are the winner of the Digital Mole 5.0 Carnival. You were correct. And you picked Brian as the mole.
Oh,
congratulations.
I can't believe that was
a winner of the $206 winner's pot, and that'll be sent to you a little bit later tonight. But congratulations. You can say whatever you want now about the game, about the mole, about people. What doesn't matter?
Oh my God. I've been sitting here like nervous, like Jeff is the biggest competitor I have. I keep saying that you have to stop putting us in the same mole game because, we're our biggest competition because, but no, I have to really thank Erica and Andrew who were with me through this entire game and, help me out and help me not think I'm crazy when I'm doing certain things. And unfortunately for Andrew, I got him eliminated because I thought the answer was Douglas at the beginning of the season. So
really glad that you're not the mole though.
Yes. You can breathe a sigh of relief that I wasn't tricking you. So, but I'm blown away that I actually won. I don't know, because this game was so much harder than 2.0 was. It was so much harder to get here for me than it was in 2.0. So it took a while for me to get to Brian, and Brian did a great job. I didn't know it was him until a week and a half ago, maybe. And a lot of what happened was I started talking to him, and I kind of felt him out a little bit on Messenger, and that kind of helped me a little bit too. So, but I'm excited to hear about the
I didn't give you
too.
shit. Stop it. I didn't give you shit.
I could tell.
No, you couldn't. I was sending screenshots to Matt going, I'm doing great.
Yeah. He was pushing Erica hard. It was like, it almost worked.
No, I wasn't. I said I was always split between Jeff and Erica. Period.
Well, told me that too.
Yes, I did. I never lied.
I wasn't buying it, but you did tell me.
No, you asked for honesty, and I went, I'm going split between you and Jeff. I didn't lie. That's what I did on my quiz.
So, Kevin, as the winner of 5.0, you actually already are a part of our All-Stars game, which will be taking place sometime this summer, which is, for anyone that doesn't know, it is an in-person game for all winners of my digital games as well as games that I've done over the past 5 years. So it's all of the winners coming together to play one big game. But you have already been a part of that because you won the digital mole before. So Another bonus for Brian, because all the moles get to be put in that game too, because it does take a lot to go into this game, facing 12 other people and having to hide your identity the whole time. So the moles are a part of that all-star game too. So Brian, you'll be joining that group. Kevin, you're already in it, but you're in it as a double. And there's only a couple of people that have won 2 times. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Love that.
I'm kind of shocked, actually. There was a time today where I thought it might be Jeff, and I was considering changing my answers, and I'm like, no, I can't do it. I would hate myself.
So Jeff, Kevin, would you like to know your final scores?
Yeah, why not?
It's not 20 this time. I know I got one wrong.
Neither of you got 20.
But you should have said no.
You both got 19, both of you. And Kevin handed his quiz in first.
Oh my God.
Can I find out what one I got wrong later?
I'll tell you right now. Okay. You actually, on the one that was about the code names, the question was which act was the code name performer a part of? And you picked Animal Trainer. And that's your own.
No, he is an animal trainer.
A clown. Rice was the clown. We've had him on there as clown the whole game.
Wikipedia says he's an animal trainer, but okay.
And Kevin, you missed one too. And you missed
the bonus round.
It was, because he did play bonus rounds in math.
Yeah, the math challenge, of course.
But in any case, you did hand that in first, and you got that. So it is now time to reveal our clues, because you are interested in figuring out what the clues were, pointing to Brian. All of them could be, you can misconstrue things. They're all pretty intricate, but there's something in all of them that pointed to Brian. And I have a little bit of a presentation for you. Unless you have ideas, you can kind of announce them as we go, but I'm going to share.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. All right, so I made a little slideshow for you, okay? So our first clue was something wicked this way comes, all right, with the hand and all right? And this clue was just hinting at the fact that Brian's favorite musical is Wicked.
I went way too far into that one.
Me too.
Hey, I know
I
that
literally
go way too far. Just that the favorite musical is Wicked there, and the rest of it, it might have pointed at like maybe Erica because of purple. There were a lot of different things that could have been, but the word Wicked was, and you'll see later that I was hinting.
I didn't get that at all.
Oh, we're about to go down a rabbit hole because Matt is sinister.
So waving through a window, the hint was this specific lyric, which was tap, tap, tapping on the glass. You may not know this, but Brian's a tap dancer. And it's tap the musical chorus line. Not to mention he's from way down south.
And I also tap danced in the musical that Jeff directed.
Which one was that?
Oh, The Wiz.
The Wiz. Bam.
Dang it.
Tapping on the glass. All right, you're number 3. This is like a little crazy. How will you escape execution? You had to look for as many words as you can, but there were some that really hinted towards Brian. If you find the answers to the question, how will you escape execution? 3 answers: God, sing, and prayer lead you to the musical Altar Boys, which is Brian's most recent show. And also the word altar, spelled incorrectly in there, is the words in the word search to hint at altar.
I did find that one yesterday. That was one that.
So it's there in order to hint at Altar Boys, but I misspelled it on purpose so that it wouldn't be so obvious. But the other things are all about what, they're singing about God and prayers. All right. The next one, lights, camera, action. Didn't even matter what the spot on, besides it was hinting at theater, but the clue hints at the performer, but more specifically, the name Action is the character he played when he was in West Side Story. Notice they all are musical kind of references, right? All right, the Hangman Puzzle. This one, so hard. Arguably one of the most difficult clues. The answer to the Hangman Puzzle is next to normal, which was written by Brian Yorkie. Did anyone get that one?
I did, yeah.
Jeff
Yeah,
did.
and that's why you got Brian?
That's the one that I knew it was Brian.
Damn. Did anyone get the other ones?
Good for you, Jack.
And
You
I
missed
saved
the
the
tap
most tough one.
dancing where you directed, but you got the next one.
Crazy.
Good for you. Proud of you.
I got the next to normal.
Facebook, so there you go.
I got next to normal, but I associated it to Douglas, I think, first somehow. And then when the last few days, when I was really diving deep, I did see the Brian in the next to normal clue.
All right, here's the next one.
This one, I don't.
No one got this.
Gosh dang it, detectives. Now, I split this picture on purpose here. We have the stripes, and then you had gosh dang it. And there were two different things that both were clues here. The first one was the stripes. The stripes were a New York Yankees uniform, which
I hate the
was
Yankees.
because gosh dang it, detectives was a hint to damn Yankees. And Brian, one, doesn't like the Yankees. But two, he lives in the South, where historically referred to Northerners as Yankees. The stripes are the stripes of the Yankee jersey, and the gosh dang is damn Yankees. Had to get super creative here. All right. Clue number 7. This is a very, very tough one. Secondly, our second most arguably difficult one.
This was brilliant.
All right, if you use the first letter of every word, including agents, but excluding the mole, which is why it was kind of on a separate line there, and unscramble the letters, it spells wish upon a star, a very strong reference to Disney, which is Brian's favorite thing of all. But I had to make it extra, extra, extra hard, because if anything came up as Disney, you would know immediately. So I had to hide it.
So I got Disney from the word search.
Oh, really?
Because of
What?
Wish, broomsticks. So
Crazy.
That was a reach.
Hercules.
That
It was a very long reach.
I almost had this one, but only because I was unscrambling only the words that had capitals.
That's what I
That's
was
what I
trying
was
to do. I
doing.
was going to say the same thing. I took
Yeah.
all the words that started with capital letters and tried to make that into something, and I failed.
So like we were halfway there. We just needed.
Yes, you're halfway.
At first, I thought it might be someone that doesn't like typographical errors, because Sailors has an apostrophe for no reason, and they're capital letters. And
We were very good at not making anything Disney.
Until this moment, I was like, I got to make something that's a Disney clue.
Yeah.
To be super, super hard.
Because
And
really,
it's
my
Andrew
favorite
and Mary
musical is
Parents.
Tarzan.
What's
Can't
that?
do that.
What was that?
My favorite musical is Tarzan. Can't do that
Yeah.
because that's Disney. Next up is Wicked.
So here's your last clue, because I did give just those people that made it to this bonus clue this one. It said, listen to the music, all agents. And this clue was a bonus clue meant to help guide you to understanding all the rest of the clues, which is music, all agents, musical. Hints at looking for the musical reference in all of the previous clues. Musical.
I thought this one was Brian because the song "Listen to the Music" is by the Doobie
Yeah.
Brothers, and I think Brian has a brother.
I thought it was because the intro music is called Jester's Playground, and he was the only clown left.
How dare you, Kevin? Go on.
No, I actually kind of figured this one out because I was like musical, but then I like had already known that like all the other ones like most of the other ones referenced music or musicals.
Well,
I'm just
there you
happy
have
for
it.
the winner.
Hopefully you figured some of those out, and maybe you.
I'm just here for the winner.
I'm going to give up from now on trying to do that, because it's just
Impossible.
And
So-
whenever any of y'all ask, like, have you figured out the clue? No, I haven't. Because I don't. Matt's like,
Glad I
here's
didn't
the
listen to
clue.
him on
And I
that.
went, huh?
super genius.
Huh?
Yeah, I figure if they're too hard to even figure out that they're about yourself, then they're probably too hard for the rest of us to try.
I mean, half the time it was, oh, this would be a great idea. And he'd magic and wish it. And it's like, wait, what?
Well, see,
That's
with the
great.
clues,
I don't get it.
obviously, they're not meant to be 100% like you can get them in one shot guess, because if it gave it away so easily that the rest of the game wouldn't be about determining who the mole was. So it has to be deep in there. So hopefully you had fun with them if you did play around with them. If you didn't, then maybe you just focused on the agent cards or about your interactions, and that's totally fine too, because everyone can play this game a little bit differently. It's just an extra little bonus for you to kind of have fun with.
well,
So-
Erica and Andrew know how far deep I go into them, and I did get they know how far I go into people's Facebooks to try to look to see what is, and I did see Brian's Ultra Boy thing, and I did know he liked Next to Normal, I think, and we did figure out Next to Normal, but we related it to Douglas, so I don't know why, but we did.
Erica
friend
knows
who-
how deep I went into the first clue.
I had a friend who commented about how deep you're going into my Facebook, Kevin.
And Kyle, that's why I couldn't do anything Dolphins.
Actually, I started doing that on purpose. I started liking people's posts deep in there to like, oh, they're looking for things to like use against me.
So it's
all I will say is no one knows how deep it goes until you're on this side of it, and it is unimaginable. Like when the Facebook chat starts chatting, and then you have like 2 hours of Matt texting.
Truth.
It is so deep. It's wonderful to be on the backside of it.
But
it's so much better to be on the other side of it and wondering. It's a guilty pleasure. It's a guilty pleasure. It really is. It was so
I would love
much
to be the mole
fun.
at some point.
It was so much fun to see the other side of it. And all I wanted to do was hide in the shadows. And I did a very good job at hiding in the shadows.
So.
But Kyle fucking figured me out originally. Fuck you, Kyle.
Actually, no, I didn't. No,
yes,
I didn't.
You did. Yes, you did.
No, I thought
in
Jeff
the
the whole time.
eliminated chat, yes, you did.
Oh yeah, in the eliminated
I heard
chat,
it.
yes.
I heard it.
Yes.
I got a screenshot of it. I heard it.
Yes. In the eliminated challenge, in the eliminated players, yes.
So
yeah,
and I
that's another
didn't
thing is
second
that
guess myself.
when you're on the moles, when you're in the mole side, you get all the tidbits. So when people are talking to me, or they're talking to each other, and I'm getting screenshots from other players and all these things, the mole gets like all the inside information, including.
Well, so do you, Matt.
Well, obviously I do.
You
Yeah.
shit ton of screenshots.
But also you got the directions to the challenges, answers if you wanted them. Most of them you didn't though, because you wanted to play without knowing. But like coming up with like those trivia questions yesterday, I did send you the answers and you picked one that you knew you wouldn't know the answer for. Like it was good. It's fun to be on that side, obviously. And I would love to have everyone be the mole, but that means that I would have to have like 700 more games. And that's like, many years. But I'll do it. If you're interested in playing again, of course, I would love for you to play again. And if anyone at home is interested in playing too, you can subscribe to Matt's Ultimate Reality Experience, which is on YouTube. If you go there and subscribe to that, you'll get updates. I'm going to make a video for any promos for future shows and things that you might be interested in. I'm thinking, I've never done it this way before, but I am going to put a post on there that says, contact me if you're interested in playing. So subscribe so that you can get that. And I love seeing new faces. I was so excited to have, 6 different people in here that were brand new to the games. And hopefully you'll come and play again, and definitely tell your friends to play. This is my biggest hobby. Makes me forget everything about my other life at work and things. And I thank you all so much for playing. And I hope you did have a good time. And then I see you guys again in the future. So until next time, and there will be one very soon, I'm sure. Good night from everyone here at Digital Mall Carnival, and See you later.